I have a story. Okay, last week I had surgery. I'm fine. Now, anyone who has had surgery before knows that most of the time you get sent home with the types of medications that come with warnings, such as don't drive, don't sign legal documents, don't make any important decisions. Now, this isn't my first surgery. This isn't new. So what happened? I don't really have exactly an explanation. There seems to have been 24 hours of unsupervised Nora on eBay. And stuff happened that I vaguely remember. I vaguely remember thinking, oh my goodness, Passover, it's like coming soon, really fast. And I hate my seder plate. So I went onto eBay, I think. And I assume that's why I went onto eBay, because I hated my seder plate. And then, so a few days later, of course, by then I had forgotten that I had even been on eBay. And my husband answers the door and he goes, Nora, you have packages. And I'm like, I didn't buy anything. And I wander upstairs and I look at the boxes. And it was at that point when I saw the word glass and fragile care on the box that I realized, oh, wait a minute, I have a vague recollection. I might actually remember, oh wait, I do have packages coming. And then the next day, and of course, my husband opened the door for that one. And he looked at me and said, is that it? And at that point, I had gone on to my eBay purchase history and I realized, no, that's not all it. And I had to look at him and I lost my voice and just sort of did this. There's more. And he went off to work, so I answered the door the next time. And if you're asking at this point the same question that my husband has asked, Nora, are there more packages coming? I think there's at least 2 more. Okay. Don't worry, everyone. I actually did not break my budget. I'm not sure how I didn't do that, but I didn't. So this gets to actually remain absolutely hysterical and perfectly fine that I did. I have never in my life forgotten that I have purchased things. So this is pretty wild. I did not actually go, I checked eBay to find out that I had packages or that there were packages coming in, but I didn't actually deeply look at everything. But I do have a theme here. I seem to have acquired a white milk glassware collection that I have put together from eBay. I don't know the year, I don't know the brand, I don't know anything other than I said, ooh, isn't that pretty? And now we come to the topic of today's video. How do you take your modern plates and cups and mugs and all the things that you actually use on a day-to-day basis, your modern day china, because most of us don't have good china and bad, the everyday stuff. Most of us just have one now. Well, what if you also want to have a vintage glassware collection? And let's say you want everything to actually go together and not be just a thrift store smorgasbord of awesome. I've done that for years. I think I would like to have a thematically matching table. This would bring me joy. So let's see what I did here, and I'll show you my table and how this actually worked. On a lot of post-operative meds. I have a really small kitchen. I do not have a china hutch, and I don't have room for a china hutch. It's beautiful. This is my last box. This will not be a seder plate. I hated my seder plate. Went on a shopping spree to get a seder plate. I don't have one. And it's not coming. Because the other two things were maybe some napkin rings, I think. Oh, candlestick holders. Okay. It's like I had a plan, but maybe not a fully functional plan. Oh, those are so pretty. This is the first one with the sticker on it. Look, 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 look. I'm fairly sure that means that I have something vintage, and I don't know if this is a thing. This could be a thing. Am I not? I'm not sure that it matters to me because I just sort of like it. Oh, those are really pretty. Is that there's still not a seder plate here. The problem that instigated all of this has not been resolved. However, I am actually wondering if I had a med-fueled idea. I have 5 of these. If I had 6, this is big enough to easily, hold the lamb shank bone and the harset, and I mean, everything would fit. I'm actually wondering if I was supposed to buy one more of these and that I just miscounted, and that was the mistake. That was the mistake that I made. I'm thinking that might have been the thought. This might be my favorite purchase. I really like those. I think I'm going to be using those as my Shabbat candlestick holders, period, now. Everything goes with my T-Rex salt and pepper shakers, garlic salt bulldog. So now let's move into, this is my modern china. It's calamity ware. Things could be worse. You could be a bear exploding. I want you to know that I am absolutely not sponsored by Calamity Ware. I quite simply love their work. See, things could be worse. You could have bats, like everywhere. I assume they're vampire bats. Or you might have pirates. This is the one that has a stink eye. Flying monkeys are a problem. Jumbo snails. There's always a cat. Robot danger. Bottoms. Inside. Because I have a feeling that there's someone out there that wants me to do that. The sheen is different. I think this is the older one, and this is the more modern one. This is the one I think that is going to probably be less likely to have lead in it. Maybe. You can see the glass difference. So when I look at this looks more like this than that, but these two are definitely different eras. So, this again really isn't my thing. This was just a oops scenario. For comparison. This is an absolutely stellar piece of glasswork. It is rainbow, it is gorgeous, and I love it. Now I'm going to get back to this because I have an idea on it, but ignore it for right now. This may not have been a sober plan, but I'm really not upset with what I did. I have a few reservations, but none of them are insurmountable. And my table is really pretty. I need to show you my face. Give me a second. I think this might be my favorite purchase. This is absolutely beautiful and I love everything about it. I prefer small vases over large ones because my kitchen is small, my dining room table is small, so everything needs to be small because there's been way too many times where I've had this giant flower thing and then I'm like doing this, trying to see around it. Modern and vintage have now been married into a beautiful cohesive table that I might actually have my Passover table. Okay, so maybe, but I have to make one more purchase. And I have to figure out where everything goes. Let's deal with the blue rainbow plate because I have something for this on where you could go with a vintage blue rainbow place setting because those exist. Those also have the thumbprint design glassware. Love that. I didn't go with that. I don't know why I have that, and I don't know what my brain was saying at the time as to why I have this and no other. I don't know, but I do know that I actually have something modern that I think can go next to this, which is the point of this entire unplanned episode. How do you actually make vintage and your modern glassware come together and make it look good and make it look like there was a plan? Oh my gosh, I was right. So these are on Amazon and they're not expensive. They'll last forever. They're lightweight. They'll take a beating because it's not glass. They're not going to break on you. Dishwasher safe. And it's rainbow. There's even silverware out there now that's rainbow. Wait a minute. I think I actually have a... I really want to see someone do a rainbow table of modern metal, rainbow oxidized. Is that what they do? I don't know. Anyway, and then pair it with this. This is neat. This is fun. Okay, I wasn't planning on this at all. This was fun. Yeah, this works. Here's your vintage. Here's your modern. And it's rainbow. I love my blue and white, and I love my calamity wear. I love this too. I hope someone out there is actually really inspired by this idea and does a full-blown rainbow vintage modern table setting. That would be absolutely beautiful. My kids would have loved me doing that. I only have room for, I don't even have room for this. So whatever. Anyway, but here's your idea, everyone, for someone else who wants to do a marriage. You just stick with the color or texture or stick with a type. There has to be a running theme that goes through it. And if you do that, you might actually be able to make a table setting that looks right and makes sense. Okay, this was wicked fun, totally unplanned. As always, if you like the video, give it a comment, share it, give it a thumbs up. If you really like me and need more of me, check out the Patreon link. I have a Discord channel that I am running that I would love to meet you on, and you get monthly bonus videos that way too. I am now going to clean up my impressive box collection that I no longer need. Everything has been unpacked. I need to make some challah. I need to finish my hair, and if at all possible, I need to sew some sleeves on a dress. So what I suggest is this. Do what you want. May your thread tension ever be perfect. Have a wonderful week, everyone.